All right, so we are here for the inspection of 715 East 62nd Street. When we went through earlier, we just saw most of the unit, so I'm gonna focus a little bit on the outside here for a moment. So I am at the northwest corner of the property. It sits on an alley right here, so this is north-south. You can see the train tracks way back there. About 2 blocks south of here, that's that train line, the Cottage Grove one. Facing north, there's an alley, we saw that before, and then you have your church across the street here. So looking at the general exterior of the building, it seems to be in good shape. At the very top here, you can tell there's some work that was done at some point, which is good. It makes me think that they are actively making sure that the building is maintained. At the very top of those roof up here, you have what's called a parapet wall. On top of that are terracotta toppers, as I call them. Those are one of the original construction methods in Chicago. Terracotta tends to keep the water away, and as opposed to soaking it in. So a lot of buildings that are newer will put concrete up there, and it sort of acts like a sponge. So over here on this alley, it looks like we have our recycling, 3 recycling bins, 2 garbage bins. And then here is the rear of the building, which we didn't see before. It has a parking lot, gated entry, which is open right now. There's a secondary door. It looks like it has a keypad on it for access. And so this looks like the building is basically from here all the way to here. All the decks appear to be in fairly good shape. These are wood construction, and decks in Chicago have been a concern for a while, so we're looking for a couple things here. Usually these, I'm not sure if they call them banisters or whatever, but they have to be on the inside of the railing, which they are, and then the joining places have to be zigzagged and bolted a certain way, which it looks like they are. So we're on, I'll look back out over this. I'm not sure which parking spaces are, but we have what's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Let's go on to the other side of the building. All right. So we're back on the north side of the building. As you can see, there's basically no sun. Your entry, here we are, 715 and 717, right? So 715 will be this tier, and then 717 would be that tier over there. Here's all the gas meters. Looks like they need to mow their lawn. I wonder if they have an association. So looking at the windows, there's a little bit of separation there. Overall, they look pretty good. You can tell there's a few spots that have been repaired over the years. That's what's called tuck pointing. So there's a couple spots that have been done here already. There's a couple spots that probably could use it. Here's a couple spots that they did it already. So they'll do that periodically, every year, every couple of years, just to make sure that all the mortar between the bricks is watertight. You can see they've done it here, and they've done it in a couple other spots. So it's pretty common for a building to do that pretty regularly. The other thing is the lentils. Again, the lentils were the metal plates that go above and below the windows. These things oftentimes fail after 50 to 60 years. The iron gets corroded and begins to rust, and you start to have some water infiltration. So I'm gonna walk on this side of the building. Well, this is really pretty. So they have different addresses over here, but same association. You notice they have the same punch pads. So this one's 6200 Evans, E-V-A-N-S, 6200 Evans. So I noticed there's a security camera here, and there's one on the back side of the building. Again, it looks like they've done some work up here, but probably they're due for another round of tuck pointing coming up. Overall, I mean, it seems to be in really good shape. Iron fences seem to be in good shape. They probably are due for a new coat of paint here. We are at the end. So it looks like the property butts right up to the house next door. Huh. There's our security camera. So we're heading back north. Looks like maybe there's a... I'll explore and ask the agent if there's a basement or anything I can go look at and check out. So what is this? 6200, 6206, 04, and that would be 08, 010, 6210. So if you wanted to look and see what other addresses, you can see this building, really nice, pretty vintage. And then you have a whole bunch of, these are called two flats. Sometimes you get into the gray ones, but it looks like these are all two flats down here. Again, your train stop, if we walk one more block that way. So in the last video I did, we were down there, there was that little, vacant lot with a fence. And then if you look directly that way, a block and a half is the train stop, the Cottage Grove one. And then, the UIC, all that stuff is to the north. That's a huge house. Oh, it's not a house, maybe. Chateau Holland, Lulland, Tullanda. Interesting. All right, so we'll go back and wait for the appraiser, and I'll get you the results.